Police making an arrest after a motorcyclist was shot and killed over the weekend.
This happened on Saturday night in Mesa near Sossaman and Main Street. Fox 10's Stephanie Bennett joining us live now with the latest details. Stephanie.
Yeah, this was a road rage situation that went terribly, terribly wrong. The 18-year-old suspect had his whole life ahead of him. Now he's looking at a life behind bars. What should have been a sunny Sunday ride out soon turned deadly. Mesa police say 42-year-old Aaron Hendricks was found lying in the roadway next to his motorcycle with a gunshot wound.
It's just a senseless thing, and unfortunately we see this road rage stuff going on more and more.
Witnesses say Hendricks was riding with a group when they got into an argument with people inside a red Nissan. Hendricks was a few feet away when police say the 18-year-old passenger of the car, Anton Seregi, fired one shot, striking Hendricks in the neck.
The red Nissan was weaving in and out of traffic, speeding, causing problems, that type of thing. At some point, words were exchanged between Mr. Hendricks and the suspect, Anton Seregi, at Sossaman and Main when they both stopped for a red light.
Thanks to witnesses and dashcam video, detectives soon located Seregi and the driver, 18-year-old Timothy Vaughn.
After police were able to track Anton down and speak with him, he stated that he was scared that he was going to get beat up. He waited for Mr. Hendricks to approach the vehicle, and using his words now, he said he lost it when they were arguing back and forth, yelling and cussing at each other, both sides, and then he's claiming that Mr. Hendricks spit on him, and that is when the shooting occurred.
For now, Seregi was booked and arrested into jail on charges of second-degree murder. As for the driver in this case, he is also facing charges of tampering with evidence. Live in Mesa, Stephanie Bennett, Fox 10 News.
A developing story out of southern Arizona where 4 men have been arrested for murder after a body is found on Mount Lemmon. Deputies in Pima County say the body of 24-year-old Malik Brooks was discovered just over 2 weeks ago along Catalina Highway near Rose Canyon Lake. They say he did have obvious signs of trauma, and this is in the Coronado National Forest. It's popular for camping and biking. Deputies arrested Muhyiddin Kasim, Quentin Holt, and Derek Ash. They took Christopher Ellis into custody in Texas with the help of U.S. Marshals. There's no word yet on a possible motive for that killing.
A teen murder suspect behind bars after being accused of shooting his cousin.
And then leading police on a high-speed chase through several cities. Fox 10's Irene Snyder joins us live from Sun City, where it all came to an end. Irene.
Hi, Brian and Christina. Good evening. We're just receiving new information in the last few minutes from Phoenix police telling us that the suspect turned himself into police after this high-speed chase. And we're at the scene right now where you can take a look where that crash was, the 100-mile-per-hour police chase that ended here in Sun City. Police say 17-year-old Suramir Williamson is accused of shooting and killing his cousin during an argument at a motel near Interstate 17 and Dunlap Avenue in North Phoenix earlier this week. According to Phoenix police, Williamson was tracked to the Wickenburg area. Early this morning, they followed an SUV they believed he was in, leading them to Sun City. The SUV, going about 100 miles per hour, crashed into this brick wall around 4 a.m. at 101st and Grand Avenue. That's right across the street from New York West Pastry and Bake Shop.
I freak out. Actually, I freak out when I see the video.
Owner of the bake shop, Samantha Nguyen, says she wasn't there to witness the crash, but some of her employees were.
They have 3 people here at 2 a.m. and then they saw that. They just like scared. They really scary.
Surveillance video shows police pulling up. They found a woman and children inside the SUV. Several people later seen being loaded into an ambulance. Williamson was on the loose for several more hours. Police and canine officers searching the surrounding area, scouring people's backyards and searching through trash bags. Police announcing Williamson's arrest shortly before noon. Nguyen says this neighborhood is normally very quiet, and she's grateful the suspect is no longer a threat to their community.
Everybody keep us peaceful and make come back to like normal before.
At this point, it's unclear if Williamson knew the people that were in the car with him, the woman and the children as well. And police also just letting us know that his mother is also facing charges now for hiding him. Reporting live in Sun City, I'm Irene Snyder, Fox 10 News.
information on a news alert out of North Phoenix tonight where an officer-involved shooting is being investigated.
This happened near I-17 and Cactus, and that's where we find Fox 10's Stephanie Bennett tonight with the latest. Steph, what happened?
Good evening, guys. Well, police just held a press conference for us moments ago. It just wrapped up. This all started around 3 o'clock this afternoon, actually just north of here near 7th Street and Thunderbird. There was actually a bank over there that this suspect walked into. He had a duffel bag, some guns, they tell us, and also an explosive device. He asked for money, then they got the money, and he walked out. He got into his vehicle and left. Police say a citizen witnessed this and began to follow him in his vehicle. Police helicopter was in the area, and the sergeant was also nearby in an unmarked truck. They began to follow this suspect. The helicopter continued down I-17 to get to here, which is I-17 and Cactus in this very busy strip mall. The suspect got out and began shooting at the air at that police helicopter several times. Now, the sergeant that was driving that unmarked vehicle got out and fired at the suspect, hitting him. Police say the suspect then got back into his vehicle and drove down the road. But later, around 28th Drive, he pulled into a parking lot and was arrested. Now, police say he did suffer serious injuries, and a bomb squad unit did arrive and searched the unit there, and they found an improvised explosive device. Police say it was an improvised explosive, but it was live. They're still working on details of what type of explosive device this was, but they said it could have been very, very dangerous. And a police helicopter, they had to do an emergency landing to assess the damage from those gunshots. They said that there was no injuries to any of their officers, and there was also no damage to the helicopter. But again, this is a very active scene. They say that the suspect is in serious condition right now.
New details tonight after a woman is gunned down at a West Valley gas station. We brought it to you last night as breaking news.
According to police, this woman was shot 10 times, and the shooter's still on the loose tonight. Fox 10's Lauren Clark live with the latest. Lauren.
Linda and Brian, what an absolutely horrific crime. And I've talked to friends and family members. They confirm that the woman's name is Irma Rivera Martinez, and they say she worked right here inside the Chevron. They are hurting. They are mourning tonight, and because of this, one family, one friend group, and one community will never quite be the same.
It happens a lot now, and it's sad, you know what I mean? But for a person to be at work and can't make an honest living without being in danger.
It's a crime infuriating and upsetting the community of Glendale. A woman shot to death at her place of work. Police say a man entered the gas station Friday night with his face covered. He then, they believe, shot a woman who friends and family identify as Irma Rivera Martinez 10 times before leaving. Investigators warn he's still on the run.
The longer that, that she worked here, the better we got to know each other.
This man says he's still too afraid to show his face or give his name, but tells our cameras he comes to the Chevron off 51st Avenue in Glendale daily.
Then I realized he was the only one in there.
And after seeing the red and blue lights, crime scene tape, and police officers, his heart sank.
It hurt my heart, to find out what happened.
He says he came to know Irma, who worked inside, as a friend.
Anytime I needed, an extra hand, she would always, help out here.
A lot of details about the shooting are still unknown. Police didn't say if any items were taken or share any kind of motive. Inside the store Saturday, flowers were near the cash register alongside burning candles in her memory.
It's not shocking, and that's the sad part about it. It's not shocking news. It happens all the time.
Customer Skip says he's disgusted and disturbed by the killing, telling her family tonight they're in his prayers.
You got to do better, you know what I mean? Man, that's sad.
And Brian and Linda, it's just so important when we see these types of headlines talk about these types of news. These are families impacted by each and every one of them. And I've been talking a little bit to Irma's friends, and they were just telling me how much she loved working here. They say that she would give advice to customers. She would help them out when she can. So they are just grieving and beside themselves with devastation tonight. Police are still investigating this crime as well. Reporting Reporting live in Glendale, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News.